Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Imagine waking up every morning believing that your life is set in stone, that your circumstances define who you are, that your past determines your future. This is how most people live, thinking that they are victims of their environment, their upbringing, their genetics. But what if that's not the truth? What if I told you that the greatest lie you've ever been told is that you don't have control over your reality? Because the fact is, your thoughts, those seemingly small, fleeting ideas running through your mind every day, are shaping your entire existence. Every thought you have sends a signal to your brain, which in turn sends a signal to your body. These thoughts aren't just harmless passing notions, they are instructions. When you think a thought over and over, it becomes a belief. And that belief begins to influence your emotions, your behaviors, and ultimately your life. If you constantly think about how stressed you are, how hard life is, or how unlucky you've been, your brain wires itself to expect more of that same stress, hardship, and misfortune. You start to see the world through a lens colored by those negative thoughts. And guess what? The world responds accordingly. You find more reasons to feel stressed. You notice more obstacles. You attract more of the same experiences that confirm your beliefs. But here's the good news. If your thoughts can shape a life you don't want, they can just as easily shape a life you do want. When you begin to consciously direct your thoughts toward what's possible, when you focus on gratitude, abundance, and joy, you start to rewire your brain in a way that supports those feelings. Your mind begins to open up to opportunities you couldn't see before, and your body responds by releasing chemicals that make you feel energized, hopeful, and alive. This isn't just some feel-good theory, it's grounded in neuroscience. Your brain has something called neuroplasticity, which means it can literally change and adapt based on your thoughts and experiences. You're not stuck, you're not fixed. You're a work in progress, and you have the tools to shape that progress. Think about this. Every single invention, every breakthrough, every success story started as a thought in someone's mind. The car you drive, the phone in your pocket, the buildings you walk past, they were all once just ideas. The people who brought those ideas to life weren't bound by what was, they were inspired by what could be. They dared to think differently, to envision a new reality, and they persisted until that reality became tangible. You have that same power. The question is, are you using it? The problem is most people are stuck in a loop. They think the same thoughts, which lead to the same emotions, which cause the same actions, which produce the same results. Then they wake up and do it all over again, wondering why nothing in their life changes. But when you become aware of your thoughts, you start to break that cycle. You begin to catch yourself when you slip into negative thinking and you make the conscious choice to shift your focus. It doesn't happen overnight, but with consistency, you'll start to notice changes. And not just in how you feel, but in the world around you. You might be thinking, but I can't just think positive thoughts and expect my life to magically transform. And you're right. It's not about pretending everything is perfect or ignoring real challenges. It's about recognizing that your thoughts are the starting point. They influence how you approach those challenges, how you see yourself in relation to them, and ultimately, how you navigate through them. When you believe that you have the power to create change, you act differently. You take risks, you persevere, and you stay open to possibilities. And that's when transformation happens. So the next time you catch yourself thinking, I can't, I'm stuck, or things will never get better, pause. Ask yourself, is this the reality I want to create? Because every thought is a seed, and what you plant in your mind will grow in your life. You have the choice every day to plant thoughts that nourish your dreams or ones that keep you rooted in fear. Your thoughts shape your reality. They always have, and they always will. The only question is, what reality do you want to create? Every morning, most people wake up and unknowingly hit the repeat button on their lives. The alarm goes off, they reach for their phone, check their messages, scroll through the same news or social media, and immediately reconnect with the stresses and problems from yesterday. Their thoughts trigger the same familiar emotions: stress, frustration, anxiety. And those emotions fuel the same behaviors. They get out of bed on autopilot, follow the same routine, interact with the same people, and experience the same outcomes. Day after day, week after week, life feels like a loop. And here's the hard truth. If you keep thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, and doing the same things, how can you expect anything in your life to change? This is what Joe Dispenza calls the habit of being yourself. It's not just about the routines and behaviors you repeat every day, it's about the identity you've unconsciously created based on your past experiences, beliefs, and emotions. Over time, your personality becomes a reflection of your past, and your body becomes addicted to the chemical signals produced by those emotions. You might say you want to change, but your body is conditioned to stay the same. It craves the familiar, even if that familiarity is rooted in stress, negativity, or limitation. Think about that for a moment. You might consciously want to be happier, healthier, more successful. But if your subconscious mind and your body are running on old programming, you'll keep sabotaging yourself without even realizing it. That's why so many people struggle to break free from patterns like procrastination, self-doubt, or unhealthy habits. It's not just willpower that's needed. It's a complete rewiring of your mind and body. But here's the empowering part. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes, your failures, or the labels you've been given. You are not even the sum of your current habits and behaviors. You are pure potential. The moment you decide to break free from the habit of being yourself, you open the door to infinite possibilities. But to do that, you must step into the unknown. And that's where most people hesitate. Why? Because the unknown feels uncomfortable. It feels uncertain. Your brain is hardwired to prefer predictability, even if that predictability keeps you stuck in a life you're not happy with. When you start thinking new thoughts or trying new behaviors, your body resists. It wants to pull you back to the familiar feelings of who you've always been. But growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. Transformation begins when you're willing to let go of who you think you are and embrace who you could be. So, how do you break free from the habit of being yourself? It starts with awareness. You need to become the observer of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Pay attention to the automatic negative thoughts that pop into your mind. Notice the emotions that seem to dominate your day. Are you constantly stressed, anxious, or frustrated? Recognize that these are not just reactions to your environment, they are patterns you've practiced over time. And if you practice them into existence, you can unlearn them too. The next step is to consciously choose new thoughts and behaviors that align with the person you want to become. This isn't about faking it or forcing positivity. It's about intentionally creating a new identity. Visualization and meditation are powerful tools for this. When you visualize your ideal future and feel your brain and body to experience a new reality before it even happens, you're rewiring your neural pathways and breaking the emotional addiction to your old self. But here's the key: consistency. You didn't become who you are overnight, and you won't transform overnight either. It takes daily practice to catch yourself slipping into old patterns and to consciously redirect your focus. Some days will be easier than others, and that's okay. The important thing is to keep moving forward, even when it feels uncomfortable. Because every time you choose a new thought over an old one, every time you respond differently to a situation, you're breaking the habit of being yourself. And with time, you'll notice changes, not just in your thoughts and emotions, but in your reality. You'll attract new opportunities, relationships, and experiences that align with your new identity. Life will no longer feel like a repetitive loop, but an unfolding adventure of growth and possibility. So ask yourself, are you ready to let go of who you've been and step into who you're meant to be? The power to change your life is already within you. All you have to do is break free from the habit of being yourself, and everything will begin to shift. Every thought you think doesn't just exist in your head. It creates a ripple effect throughout your entire body. Most people go through life completely unaware of this mind-body connection, believing their thoughts are harmless or separate from their physical health. But the truth is, your body is always listening to your mind. Every emotion, every belief, every mental habit sends powerful signals to your body, shaping not just how you feel, but how you function, heal, and even age. Let's break it down. When you think a stressful thought, maybe you're worried about your finances, a relationship, or something at work, your brain interprets that thought as a threat. It doesn't matter if the threat is real or imagined, your body reacts the same way. Your brain sends signals to release stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, preparing your body for the classic fight or flight response. Your heart rate increases, your muscles tense up, your digestion slows down, and your immune system takes a back seat. This response is helpful if you're in immediate danger, like running from a predator. But in today's world, most of our stress comes from chronic, everyday worries, not life or death situations. Now imagine thinking these stressful thoughts day in and day out. Your body stays in a constant state of alert, pumping out stress hormones, which over time wears down your immune system, disrupts your digestion, affects your sleep, and contributes to chronic illnesses like heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer. This isn't just a theory, it's backed by science. The field of psychoneuroimmunology studies how your thoughts and emotions directly impact your immune system and overall health. In other words, chronic negative thinking isn't just bad for your mood, it's literally bad for your body. But here's the empowering part. If negative thoughts can harm your body, positive, empowering thoughts can heal it. When you focus on gratitude, joy, love, and hope, your brain releases a completely different set of chemicals. Dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, often referred to as the feel good hormones. These chemicals don't just make you feel happier, they promote relaxation, improve immune function, lower blood pressure, and even enhance your brain's ability to create new neural connections. Your body begins to thrive in this state, not just survive. Consider this. Have you ever felt nervous before a big event and noticed your stomach turning, your palms sweating, or your heart racing? That's a clear example of how your thoughts can create immediate physical reactions. But it works in the opposite direction too. When you close your eyes, take deep breaths, and visualize a peaceful place or a positive outcome, your heart rate slows, your muscles relax, and your body shifts into a healing state. This is the parasympathetic nervous system at work, the body's natural rest and digest mode, where repair and regeneration happen. Now imagine if you made a habit of this, intentionally focusing your mind on thoughts that promote health and vitality. This isn't about ignoring real challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing that you have more control over your health and well-being than you've been led to believe. Meditation, mindfulness, visualization, these aren't just trendy buzzwords. They are scientifically proven methods to rewire your brain and in turn reprogram your body. Dr. Joe Dispenza often talks about how people have healed themselves from chronic conditions simply by changing their thoughts and emotions. When you shift from a state of stress and survival to one of gratitude and growth, your body responds. Your immune system strengthens, your cells regenerate, and your body starts to function the way it was designed to, efficiently and healthily. Even your genes can be influenced by your thoughts. Through a process called epigenetics, scientists have discovered that your environment, behaviors, and even mindset can turn certain genes on or off. That means your genetic destiny isn't fixed. You have the power to influence it through the thoughts you think and the emotions you feel. But it's not just about thinking positively once and expecting immediate results. Just like your body learned to respond to stress over time, it will learn to respond to new, empowering thoughts with consistent practice. This is where daily habits come into play. Taking time each day to sit in stillness, focus on what you're grateful for, visualize your goals, and cultivate feelings of love and joy can create lasting changes in your mind and body. So the next time you catch yourself spiraling into worry, fear, or negativity, pause. Remember that your body is listening to every thought you think. Ask yourself, what message am I sending to my body right now? And more importantly, what message do I want to send? Because you are not just a passenger in your life. You are the driver. Your mind is the steering wheel and your body is the vehicle. When you align your thoughts with the life and health you desire, your body will follow. In the end, the choice is yours. You can let your thoughts unconsciously shape your health, or you can take control and consciously create a body and life that thrives. Your body is listening. What will you tell it today? Most people spend their lives trapped in time, but not in the present. They're either replaying the past, dwelling on mistakes, regrets, and old wounds, or they're anxiously projecting themselves into the future, worrying about what might go wrong or what challenges lie ahead. This constant mental time travel robs them of the only moment that truly matters: now. The present moment is the only place where life actually happens. It's the only point where you can create change, experience joy, and connect with yourself and the world around you. Yet, for many, it's the hardest place to be. Think about how much of your day is spent on autopilot. You wake up, your mind immediately starts replaying the same thoughts from yesterday, and before you even get out of bed, you're already stressed about the day ahead. As you go through your routine, brushing your teeth, commuting to work, sitting in meetings, you're physically present, but mentally elsewhere. Your body is here, but your mind is stuck in the past or racing into the future. And because of this disconnect, life becomes a blur of repetitive tasks, missed opportunities, and unfulfilled potential. But here's the truth: the present moment is where your power lies. It's the only time you can make a new choice, take a new action, or shift your perspective. The past is over. The future hasn't happened yet. The only thing you can control is what you do right now. When you anchor yourself in the present, you break free from the limitations of your past and the anxieties about your future. You step into a space of possibility, creativity, and transformation. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that to create a new future, you must first get out of your familiar past. And the only way to do that is by becoming fully present. Why? Because when you're truly in the moment, you're not operating from old conditioned patterns. You're not reacting based on who you were. You're consciously choosing who you want to be. The present moment is where you can access the unknown, and the unknown is where all potential exists. When you're living in the present, you're more aware of your thoughts and feelings. You can catch yourself before you spiral into negative thinking. You can choose to respond to situations differently rather than falling into the same old emotional traps. This awareness is the first step to transformation. You can't change what you're not aware of, and you can't become aware if you're constantly distracted by the past or future. But being present isn't just about awareness, it's about experiencing life fully. When you're present, you notice the beauty in everyday moments: the warmth of the sun on your skin, the taste of your morning coffee, the sound of laughter, the feeling of your breath moving in and out of your body. These moments might seem small, but they're the building blocks of a meaningful life. When you string together enough present moments, you create a life that feels rich, vibrant, and fulfilling. And here's something even more powerful. When you align yourself with the present moment, you align yourself with the natural flow of life. You stop resisting what is and start working with it. This doesn't mean you passively accept everything that happens. It means you respond to life with clarity, intention, and purpose. You're not caught up in the chaos of your mind. You're grounded in the reality of now. This groundedness allows you to make better decisions, connect more deeply with others, and navigate challenges with resilience and grace. So how do you cultivate this connection to the present? It starts with mindfulness, bringing your attention to the here and now without judgment. This can be as simple as focusing on your breath, noticing the sensations in your body, or observing your thoughts as they come and go. Meditation is a powerful tool for this, but mindfulness can also be practiced in everyday activities: eating, walking, listening, even washing the dishes. The key is to fully engage with whatever you're doing rather than letting your mind wander. It also helps to become aware of the triggers that pull you out of the present. Are there certain situations, people, or thoughts that make you retreat into the past or worry about the future? Recognizing these patterns allows you to gently guide yourself